Hi, I'm Dan.
And I'm Mark.
And this is the
DarcBall
Cast.
This week, sponsored by Johnny Depp. He wants his fucking finger back.
To this week's
episode.
Episode, that's what I mean.
Of the podcast.
We've tipped.
Bad start.
Yep. When is it a good start?
Oh, I don't know. Don't know about
Maybe
that.
we should ask the guy that left one singular apple.
Yeah, if
Start.
you're out there and for some reason listening again, which I doubt you are,
You might be.
there's a man or woman in America land who I feel like I've made peace with now, because I know I've been a bit rough on them in previous episodes.
You could say that.
But they've retaliated, the Americans.
Yeah.
And they've elected someone. They've all got together and had a meeting, and they've elected someone to leave us a single rating on Apple iTunes podcasty things.
Can we redeem ourselves?
I like to think that if Apple did half stars, he'd have given us a half.
Do you know what's funnier though? He gave us 1 star. He could have given us none.
Yeah, and he gave us 1 star and didn't leave a review. I'd have loved to have read his review.
I'd love to see.
Review.
I'd love for him to show his working out. You know, two points if you can show us how you got to this.
Do you know? I think we can win him back by an example of good old British weirdness.
Oh,
so I want to talk about 2 things.
Okay.
That
I mean, go ahead. It's our podcast. You can talk about more than 2, Mark. Fill your boots.
I'm going to start off with 2. We'll see how we go.
All right.
You know what we're like? We're very tangenty.
Oh, very.
So I thought I'd describe 2 British things, and we could discuss and dissect them and try and work out, the sort of root of what they are. Because I don't think Americans will understand them unless we explain them. So first of all,
Whoa. We're not allowed to Britsplain. We're not allowed. It's not good.
Yeah, well, they took the Beatles, so
Fair.
could have fucking kept them for all I fucking care. So, Dan.
Yep.
What are crumpets?
Right. Crumpets.
Because we remember episode 1, we had the tea cake hot cross bun argument, didn't we? What the fuck are crumpets? I've got a theory. I want to hear what you think first.
You know, now you mention it. Okay, I'm
You
going
don't know what they are, do they?
I'm going to give a description. They're like a porous pancake that you slap in your toaster or under your grill. And
Who the fuck grills crumpets?
they're never quite properly toasted, are they?
Never.
They're either burned.
It's because they're about 6 inches thick. So
Yes, they
the
are.
outside's burned and the inside's frozen.
Yeah,
The inside's still eggs and flour.
You know, they probably should have used those at Easter, shouldn't they? Because they're very holy. Carry on.
Bitch.
No, I don't know how they're made though.
I don't either.
How do they get all the holes in them? Or do you think it starts off as like a solid?
It starts off
slice.
It starts off as a really, really dense bun, and then they just poke holes in it.
Can you imagine how horrendous a crumpet it'd be if it was all crumpet and no hole? How gross would that
It'd
be?
be
It'd
worse
be
if it was all hole and no crumpet. Be hungry as fuck then. But I think I was thinking about this when I was walking home from work, because I don't know what they are.
It's a slice of stodge with holes.
Basically, is it bread? I don't know. What is it? Right. I think that the only way you can describe a crumpet is that it is the jelly of the bread world.
The jelly?
The jelly of the... Because what's jelly? You don't know what jelly is. It's just a lump of wobbly stuff that no one knows what it is, where it came from, or how it got here. Crumpets is a slice of who knows what.
Thick. It's a slice of thick,
It's
isn't
a slice of thick that you slap butter on.
Yeah.
How did it get here? What is it?
We don't think about these things, do we?
If you look really closely at Stonehenge, you'll see it's made of crumpets.
How the fuck did we figure out jelly?
I don't know. Maybe someone was trying to invent a softer crumpet.
Just like, okay, I want water, but I don't want it quite as hard as ice.
And I don't want it as loose as water.
And I want it to be oddly sexual. Because the way it jiggles, Mark, I tell you what, it does something.
Oh yeah, I want to be able to squeeze it in my hand and have it slip through my fingers like a melting hamster.
Or pour it into some tights and make it feel like a wobbly human leg.
A legend has it that's how the first prosthetics were made.
You know, all these popular human feelings towards jelly.
Is this why you're banned from
like on Family
jelly?
Fortunes? It's like, show me, pour it into tights and let it feel like a human leg. Yep, 7 people said that about jelly.
So that's my first British thing. Crumpets. Right. We know that Americans sometimes don't know what they are, but trust us, we don't know what they are either. My other British thing is near here. There's a big old shop called Asda, full of scum.
Yep,
and
basically it's all bread there.
Yeah, and crumpets, whatever they are.
Well, they're British.
I don't know.
Mark, right? Can we settle this? Crumpets are probably bread, right?
I think
because they're not meat.
I think I've seen them made on the Great British Bake Off. Therefore, they are baked. It's a baked good.
I'd love it if it was all a big fucking lie. And crumpets are just sliced horse legs.
Yeah, I was going to say, what if they're the meat of the bread world?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what I mean? Like if bread had a luncheon meat alternative.
Or right? We all accept crumpets. But would you feel...
No, I reject them.
Would you feel comfortable eating a crumpet that came in a can?
Would you feel comfortable? Canned crumpets.
Just the idea of crumpets coming in a can, like not in brine or anything. Maybe in jelly.
Maybe.
Like luncheon meat.
Crumpets.
Right. I don't understand this with luncheon meat. Because why is it always...
Is this doing it for you, America?
I'm going to cut all this out.
You say that every week.
But why does luncheon meat just have like a bit of jelly around it? Like it was
weird, isn't it?
Like
it's to help it in and out the can.
No, but it's like they put the luncheon meat in there and they went, this luncheon meat's great. Oh, but there's a bit of space. Do you think they'll notice if we just slap something in that's not luncheon meat?
Someone get Durex on the phone. Oh no, they've said the cherry flavour. Oh well. Do you know what I don't like about luncheon meat? The fact that it tells me when to eat it.
Mark,
if I want it for breakfast?
I've just heard this podcast back. What's that? We're 9 minutes in.
Do you know,
we've only just moved past crumpets.
Before my granny absolutely lost her fucking mind to old age.
Right.
And now doesn't know what anything or anyone is. And she used to have like dripping on toast, which to our American friends is congealed fat, like from a roast, like roast beef, and then you get all the fat, you wait for it to congeal and you spread it on toast. Yeah. And she'd go, that's lovely, I love a bit of dripping on toast. And I go, Granny, it's fat on toast. And then she go, we were glad of that in the war. The war's not on.
Yeah. You don't have to do this anymore.
The war's not on anymore. It's not been on for nearly 100 years.
And yet, Mark, all these old people, they wonder why they're dying.
I don't know how she's lived to be nearly fucking 90.
I imagine our generation's just not going to die of old age because we're not doing this stupid shite.
No, we'll die much before old age.
Yeah. When the robots come, Mark.
When they come all over us.
Yeah, because it'd be just hot oil, wouldn't it? And our human skin...
hot oil.
Our human skin just wouldn't cope. We'd melt.
We would. Or no, we'd just be muscle. Well, I wouldn't. I'd be fat. Which then would be spread on toast.
Turn into dripping.
So, yeah, in Asda. Well, near Asda, sorry.
We was talking about Asda.
Near Asda. You see what I mean? Tangents.
For fuck's sake.
Near Asda, there's like an underpass that you drive under, and there's a little bridge over the top, isn't there? Where the train goes over.
Yeah, there's a bridge near Asda.
Now, there's some graffiti on that bridge that it's been there for quite a while now, and every time I go past it, I read it, and I have so many questions.
Right.
Have you seen it?
No.
Right. Okay.
Oh.
Right. So all it says in big old black letters.
Yeah. I've seen this.
Are the words, Teak got my 14-year-old girlfriend pregnant. What?
You know...
I mean, if you look at graffiti in places like New York City and Amsterdam and stuff like that, it's all beautiful art pieces. And even in like London, they've got Banksy and stuff. No, we get Teak got my 14-year-old girlfriend pregnant. Who's Teak? Why is his name Teak?
Yeah.
Is he 14 as well?
Yes.
Because if he is good on him.
Yep.
And do you know what I mean? Like, if you're that bothered, go to the police.
I don't know.
Or maybe he's happy with it.
Maybe he's Teak.
I need to know who Teak is.
Have we got like a chavvy Jekyll and Hyde thing going on here?
Devo and Hyde.
Fight against his inner demons.
Do you know what I blame? I blame the fall of the Jeremy Kyle show.
Yeah, because they ain't got a place to vent.
They haven't, no. Because that's where we used to send the mutants who used to sleep with other mutants.
Yeah, I think they shouldn't have cancelled it. Instead, they should have made more of them like youth centres. Like, there's in each town, there's a Jeremy Kyle show. Well, obviously, depending on the grading of the town would depend on the grading of the Jeremy that you got. So obviously,
so you don't get a grade A Jeremy?
No, there's Jeremy Kyle at the top, isn't there? And all of them are impersonators, but by the very nature of the show, they have to change their names legally to Jeremy Kyle.
Just some of the really bad ones are like Keremy Giles.
Yeah, but we'd be allocated a Keremy for Grimsby.
Obviously.
Because we're K-rated.
No. I think we'd get a Jeremy because look at the state of it out your window, Dan.
Okay, so as far as...
do you know what, right? If Grimsby were on fire, it would be much nicer.
It would, wouldn't it?
It would.
Do you know where you get that nice tingly feeling inside when you see a nice red sky when the sun's going down?
Yeah.
Now imagine the red sky and also the burning of the town.
Beautiful.
I had a really
Shepherd's delight.
I used to have an amazing view out of this window that's across from the settee, and one day I
moved the settee and didn't have the view anymore.
Piss off. One day I opened up the curtains and a big splodge of bird shit's there. And Mark, I'm on the 5th floor, and this happened not long after that one particular window has been sealed shut because it was leaking fucking rainwater through it.
Right.
And now there's permanently a massive splodge of bird shit.
Now, you said then there's bird shit on the window and I'm on the 5th floor.
Mm-hmm.
You know birds fly, right?
Mark, I meant I can't clean it because I'm on the 5th floor.
Of course you can.
How?
You pay a window cleaner.
How the fuck's he going to get up here?
How did people clean the windows at the fucking Twin Towers?
Yeah, but mate, like...
Determination. Grit.
This is Grimsby.
But it's spirit.
It's Grimsby, not Gritsby.
Well, look, you've got them. You could easily open your window and get a hand out there.
Mate, I've just told you. Look, that's been sealed shut because of all the bird shit that was leaking in.
So
we've gone on a tangent and a half.
Yeah, because, just back to the teak thing. I'd say that graffiti's been there for a month or two.
Mate, it's been there for
which means
over a year.
That's it?
Yeah.
How old's the kid now then?
15 at least.
Why aren't they updating the graffiti?
Yeah.
With I feel like we're all a little bit like
because I
feel like we're all we all share parental responsibility for Teak's kid. What's the name? Is it a girl or a boy? What's its drug of choice so far?
You'll probably find them under that bridge.
They probably are the bridge. Hey, it was Lizzie's birthday, wasn't it?
Who's Liz?
Liz.
Liz?
The Queen.
Oh, neighbour Liz.
Auntie Liz.
You know, the Liz next door.
The one who just refuses to die.
Right, at this point, it's taking the piss, isn't it?
I know. Imagine being Charles.
I'd like to know the real amount of our taxes that go to the Queen. How much?
Well, like in her purse?
Well, they don't put it on your national insurance, do they?
Just Queen tax.
Yeah. There's got to be, like, because look, she's going to have the best doctor. She's 100, isn't she? She 100.
She's getting there. She's
Right.
90. Let me
Fucking
research
hell.
it.
We've had enough time. Like, I feel like we've got our use out of the Queen.
We've had enough Queen.
Yeah. Like, I like you, Mark, but I don't think I could do 100 years of you.
Do you know what, right? I've never been more hurt in my entire life, and I've had a wife leave me for no reason.
For no reason. I'm sure there were reasons, and it was probably because you was just...
Why am I doing this? You've got an Alexa.
She'd live with you for too long.
Alexa, how old is Queen Elizabeth II? It's 96 years old. She's getting up there.
Oh, why don't she just retire?
Alexa, when is the Queen due to die?
Oh.
As far as I know.
As far as... Yeah, but it's got to say that, because can you imagine as it's talking,
she dies.
the Queen dies.
And then we sue Amazon.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry, Amazon. I thought I was going to get to live another day with the Queen on this
I thought I was
planet.
going to get up-to-date information, correct information at all times.
Yeah.
And as I was being told that the Queen is alive and 96, it turns out that she was inseminated by Teek's magical dick and exploded.
You know, as we're having this conversation, I can feel that 1 star turn into a 2. I can actually feel it. You been keeping up with the news? No, I try not to, but I saw some interesting memes this week.
Oh, yeah.
About, you know...
A bit of memery.
About Johnny Depp, everyone's favourite
Captain
guy.
Jack Sparrow.
Yep.
Everyone's favourite pirate.
And then is it Amber Heard?
Amber Heard.
Heard. Okay. So...
His ex-wife.
What you reckon to that?
Well, yeah.
Well, cool.
I've followed a little bit. I've got a little bit of a timeline of their relationship here, actually.
Well,
which is, I mean, what are you thinking on it?
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. So they're at court.
Very much so.
Because Amber's not so keen anymore on Johnny's piratey way of life.
I don't think that's exactly it.
Well,
what makes you think that?
Well, I mean, he's known for it, isn't he? And I imagine it does get quite tiring.
Yeah, but he's been in quite a lot of films where he's not a pirate.
Like what?
Edward Scissorhands.
I mean, that must get a bit...
violent.
Yeah, a bit
being
sharp.
fingered by that, yeah. He was in the Tim Burton remake of Alice in Wonderland.
Okay.
He was in Chocolat.
So he's not really around a lot, is he?
Mate, he's been in fucking shit tons.
No, I mean at home.
Oh yeah, well she's a movie star as well.
Is she?
Yeah.
So what's she in as well?
Aquaman?
I swear I don't watch telly, do I?
No.
Like,
apparently not.
By the sounds of it, what do I do between podcasts?
Just sit.
Just sit and wait.
She's in you see, I know she's in quite a lot of films, but
Is she quite an up and comer?
No, she's terrible.
Oh,
She's an awful actress.
I don't know.
Awful.
Oh, wasn't Johnny Depp in the first Nightmare on Elm Street?
I think so.
He was, wasn't he? A little baby face.
Alexa,
stop.
Was Johnny Depp in Nightmare on Elm Street?
Just tell us.
Just say yeah.
No, that's enough.
A yes.
That's enough.
A yes would have sufficed.
Yeah,
He was in Sleepy Hollow as well, wasn't he?
I don't know what that is.
It's another horror film.
Sure.
I'm not sure if I've got the title right.
Maybe it was called Johnny DP Hollow.
Johnny Deppy Hollow. He's been in fucking... He works in a lot of Tim Burton films.
Okay. So based on memes and stuff that I've been shown various TikTok posts, here's what I believe has gone down.
It's a very serious thing that's going on between them, but I like how I respect how you've come to your opinion based on memes alone.
Well, honestly, mate, you can't believe the news, can you?
No,
No,
you can't.
So
They say the news says the Queen's not made of crumpets, but we all know better.
Apparently, Johnny wants the bed to remain a shit-free zone.
I've heard that.
What happened there, Mark?
Well, as your Hollywood correspondent, I can tell you that allegations have been made.
Of what?
Many things. So
I mean, someone shit the bed, right?
Originally, Ms. Heard accused Mr. Depp of being very abusive under his many drinks and alcohols and drugs. Okay. But now it's all coming out where apparently she's the abusive one.
Oh, no.
And she shat on his pillow.
Oh, what?
Took a big old steaming Amber Heard on his pillow.
You see, I love you very much, Mark. But if you shat on my pillow, I mean, I don't know if it's a crime to throw someone's own shit at them, because that's what I'd do. Do you think...
I guarantee if I shat on your pillow, you won't be able to lift it. Do you know what? That would do it for me, I think. I love my wife very much. If she shat on my pillow and not my chest, I wouldn't be happy. Maybe she was aiming for the chests.
So I saw another interesting meme.
But no, that's apparently something that she did, shat on his pillow.
Okay. Well, that's not very fair. I just don't think that's...
I've also heard that Johnny Depp likes his pillows to look a lot like toilets, though.
Yeah.
So I don't know if there's blame on both sides on that one, I think.
Yeah, like he sets it up and they all look like fucking toilet seats, and on his bedside table there's a toilet brush, a little roll for his tissue.
Made of pills.
Yeah. So I also saw that Amber Heard's very mad because Johnny Depp, while in an opioid stupor, spilt a bowl of ice cream and it completely ruined a collection of rare Digimon cards.
I haven't heard that one.
Well, he was being deposed. It was and he'd fallen asleep with a bowl of ice cream and it just spilt everywhere. And
it's a disgrace.
Diamond insert Digimon name here card was destroyed.
Right. Okay.
In a Ben and Jerry's creamy mess.
I have issues with this. If you have a very expensive and a very precious Digimon card, first of all, kill yourself. Second of all, why are you storing said card
under Johnny Depp?
First of all, under Johnny Depp. Second of all, why are you storing it in a place frequented by people eating ice cream sleepily?
Because normally ice cream isn't something you can spill because it's frozen.
Yes, but once coming up to temperature, it becomes liquid.
Well, you don't expect someone to pass out before that point.
Yeah, but it's...
Mark.
Now, you see, Johnny Depp's a very rich man. It's not out of the realm of possibility, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, right? Okay,
because these are real serious allegations.
They are serious allegations.
And all I'm saying here, all these things are alleged.
Yes, obviously, we don't know exactly what's happened. I'm not saying
this happened.
This is just our opinion for what it's worth. But Johnny Depp's a very rich man. He's worked on at least 4 films that have paid him quite a lot of money.
You'd hope so.
Has a very, very, very big house. Yeah. It's not out of the realm of possibility. And I defy you to tell me it's not possible that Johnny Depp could have a room in his house for the sole purpose of eating ice cream. And if that is the case, he should be allowed to eat ice cream in there.
Yeah.
Without fear of spilling it on something that is loved by someone else.
Right.
And he should be able to eat ice cream in his ice cream room whilst in an opioid-filled stupor.
But one could also argue, Mark, that in a house so large where you're designating rooms for certain things, why should it be acceptable to shit in the room that is not allocated for shit, but you can't spill ice cream on The floor in any room of the house.
Right, I don't think you've really thought about what you just said.
Look.
Because we agreed it's not acceptable to shit on the pillow.
Right.
Right? And it's also not acceptable to eat and spill ice cream outside of the ice cream room.
You should be able to eat ice cream in any room of the house without fear of Digimon cards.
Exactly. So she should be keeping the Digimon cards in the Digimon card room.
Right. And the shit in the toilet.
Because I mean, that's a given. I didn't think we'd have to raise that point or keep coming back to it, frankly. But frankly, if you're going to be the kind of person who has a high-priced collection of Digimon card, you should have a room for that as well.
You know,
and maybe, I don't know, because there's a lot of arguing, there's a lot of fighting in the relationship. Maybe that's where it all started. They were fighting over the function of that room.
And the real victim in all of this, with all the fighting, I just think it's completely unacceptable for Crispin.
What's Crispin?
They're in court, aren't they? Fighting over custody of their pet moss ball. Crispin.
Crispin.
Yeah, neither one of them feels happy enough to leave the relationship without custody of the moss ball. Crispin.
I think I might have missed something.
Mark. Well. Right, moving on. So, for years, as we all know, Johnny Depp has quite famously been insecure about his incredibly long index finger. We know this, from popular media. And, I think it's absolutely diabolical.
I've heard that's the only reason he took on the role of Edward Scissorhands, to try and cut it off.
Well, I feel like it's absolutely diabolical that, Amber Heard would remove the tip of his index finger in an attempt to shorten it, only to find out later that she's not actually licensed for such finger reduction surgeries.
No, I must say I've got to agree. It's a bitter double-edged sword, isn't it? Because, like you said, we are aware of his insecurities around his long finger. But, so he must be happy to have it shortened, but to have it shortened in such a way, obviously not what anyone wants to see.
But Mark, once the nail's gone, what are you left with? It's essentially another elbow.
Yeah, or just a dry, thin penis.
Dry? That was the first thing. It's like, oh yeah, fingers are definitely more dry than a dick.
It's a drier. I mean, at least 2 fluids come out of your dick.
Oh yeah, all right.
No fluids come out of a healed, partially severed finger.
All right, you've got a point.
Exactly. Now, what I heard. What I heard is the thing he's most angry about with the finger shortening is that it's sort of really ruined his book deal, because he'd written his memoirs,
right?
Apparently spent quite a lot of time on them, and he was really proud of them. And they were just about to be released, and they had to be pulled back from production because obviously she severed the finger. One of the things that she's very well known for.
Yep.
And his book was going to be called The Life and Times of Johnny Longfinger. and now he can't. Now he's not Johnny Longfinger anymore. He's just Johnny Finger.
And now, anytime I
don't know about you, but I don't want to buy a book called The Life and Times of Johnny Finger.
Johnny Average Finger.
Johnny Regular Fingerman.
Regular old finger guy.
Sunfield.
Like
Berg.
One thing that I've seen him do a lot in films is articulate the direction in which he's looking to point something out, and it just doesn't have the same effect with a shortened finger.
No, I can't see what he's trying to point at when the finger's been shortened.
And it's quite disconcerting that he's always pointing into the middle distance.
Yeah, because obviously if he's trying to point at something that's much further away, now that his finger is shorter, it doesn't reach that far.
Mark, what's actually happened? What's the story? Because
so essentially, Amber Heard and Johnny Depp got married a few years ago, split up. She then, from what I understand, she penned like an open editorial letter in a newspaper saying how she'd been abused and stuff in a relationship, but didn't name Johnny Depp.
Right.
But everyone thought she's talking about Johnny Depp. And now, because of the allegations she's made, he's lost basically his career. Like, he was dropped from the Fantastic Beasts franchise.
Right.
He was dropped from the new Pirates of the Caribbean film and all this kind of stuff. He's lost millions of dollars worth of work, most of a finger, a perfectly good pillow.
Yeah. And an exceptionally rare Digimon card, as we know.
And he's turned around basically and gone, well, actually, she's the abusive one.
Right.
You know, she cut my fucking finger off, you know, and all this kind of stuff. I think there's been right and wrong on both sides.
Yes.
They've both been fighty. But now he then tried to sue the newspaper that accused him of being, you know, like abusive and all that for libel, but he lost that lawsuit,
right?
Because the court ruled that, well, no, they've got grounds to believe it's true. And then now there's a lawsuit he's suing her for defamation for $50 million because of all the money he's lost due to work.
Oh, Christ.
She's countersuing for $100 million because she's saying, well, no, you know, you have done all this stuff. There was one story I read, and I don't know if this is A, too serious for this podcast, and B, you know, it's true, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Yeah, do it, Mark, because I guarantee you in about 6 months' time will be a true crime podcast. I can feel it going.
Everyone else is. So there was a woman who's been deposed and has made a deposition for the trial, who worked for Amber Heard as like an assistant or something.
Right.
And she told Amber Heard about this horrible sexual assault and rape that happened to her in Brazil, like years ago. Amber Heard then told that same story, pretending it was about her.
Oh, good God.
To someone else.
Shit.
Now, that doesn't tell you all you need to know about the slag, then.
What? Can we stop?
What? She's appropriating someone else's horrific rape story.
Yeah, okay.
To elicit. But the thing is, like, because I've said to Sophie about it, like, well, you don't know what goes on behind closed doors. She might be telling the truth.
Yeah.
Because everyone else, millions and billions of people on the internet all stand behind this hashtag, we stand with Johnny Depp.
Well, but there's people on the other side, isn't there, as well?
But yeah, well, of course there is. There's always going to be. But the thing is, when people started coming out about Weinstein and all the other diddlers, when one person came out, they all came out because they all thought, well, I'm not alone. I'm going to tell my story as well. That hasn't happened with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
He's been married before. He's in his 50s. No other woman has come forward and gone, actually, yeah, he was the same with me. And in fact, a lot of them have come forward and said, no, that's not him.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Well, to be honest, Mark.
So now the man is out, millions of dollars, a reputation, and most of a finger.
I think at this point, Mark, you're going to have to get me some Vaseline because my arse is really chafing from sitting on the fence. I ain't got a clue. I just think it's rich people doing rich people stuff.
I stand with Johnny.
Right.
I'm in Johnny's corner.
Right.
Only because Amber Heard was shocking in Aquaman. I can't forgive it.
Should we start a hashtag, though? Hashtag pray for Crispin.
Wiki ho.
Wiki who?
Wiki how, my son.
Yes.
So we're going to do it a little bit different this week.
Okay.
So normally we find a silly wiki how, don't we? And we take the piss out of it. But we're gonna do something like the. Do you remember the episode where we did how to tell a story?
Yeah,
it's about a story, and we tried it out. Well, this episode I found a really in-depth wiki how. It's actually really long. I haven't got to the end of it. I don't think I ever will.
Yeah,
it's called How to Be Persuasive.
Right.
So I'm going to just briefly go over some of the arguments and the tips and stuff. And I'm going to convince you of something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to persuade you. Okay. So
I like where this is going, Mark.
So I'm not going to tell you what the case is.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you what it is. I'm going to persuade you until we're going to talk about the points, and then I'm going to persuade you. So your first one is preparing your case. So you've got to gather evidence to support your argument. Yep. Makes sense if you're going to try and persuade someone or something. So obviously I've done that before, prior to the episode. Prepare what you'll say to counter arguments in advance. So you've got to think about what the person's going to say to you. Right. And what you can say to tell them to fuck off, basically. To defeat them. Yes, to defeat them. Flip it back round. Bring up the topic in a way that the other person will respond well to. So you can't just go, oi. Oh, I do that. I went out on the weekend and I realised once I've had a couple of drinks, it's how I start every conversation. What, oi? Yeah. Explain why you're an expert on the topic. So, you got to put your credibility across, basically. You don't want to be taking arguments from someone who doesn't know what they're talking about. Which is fair point. Yeah, right. Use keywords to show that you know a lot about your topic. Keywords or big words? Keywords. Doesn't have to be big words, but keywords that, are definitely related, factually to the thing you're talking about. Okay. Back up your argument with convincing visuals like a graph or the right outfit. I'm going to leave that one out because I haven't prepared a graph. No, but one second. Graph or outfit? Yeah, there's a big disparity. There's a big disparity there. They're not even of the same ilk. Who uses the word ilk anymore? Me. Keywords. Keyword. So demonstrate confidence in yourself and your arguments. Use group pronouns like we, us, and our. Because obviously it gives the impression that you're not the only one who thinks this way. We like that, don't we, Mark? Share a powerful story that will engage your listeners' emotions. Incite anger or pity to prompt an action. Right. Yep. Anger. Flatter your listener by placing them at the centre of your story. I don't like where this is heading, actually. Start with facts your listener can agree with to get them in an open mindset. Right. Support your claims with factual evidence. And it goes on sort of this way. It's really long. So, right, I'm going to convince you of something now. Right. I'm going to try and bear in mind all the things that, that are in that article. So, oh, hey, darling, I didn't see you there. Oh, here I am. Yeah, you're there, right over there. Just lovely, sat there with your hair looks nice today. Well, I like this because it's a fact. Yeah, it's a fact. I'm convincing you of that. So, I'm a credible source because I can see your hair and it looks good. Right. Okay. So, how are you responding to my arguments at the moment? I like you, Mark. Good. I like it. I'm glad that you like the way we are speaking. Oh. Yeah. So, how are you doing today? You feeling receptive? I'm not sure receptive's the word, but I'm all right. Well, we've got something to talk to you about. I just want to... Go on. We want to try and open your eyes a little bit. To what? I want you to look out the window, Dan, and tell me what you see. I see clouds. I see a giant splodge of bird shit. Right. See a bit of a sunset. It's a lovely sunset, isn't it? Yeah, it's a nice sunset. It's a lovely sunset. Look slowly from the left to the right, back to the left, back to the right. Yeah. What don't you see? I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll tell you what you don't see. Sorry. We will tell you what you don't see. What you don't see is a curve, Dan. Oh. Because the Earth's flat. Mark. No, listen. Listen to us. I know what I'm talking. We know what we're talking about. Now you can. I know what you think. I know what you're thinking. Who are they to? Who are they to try and convince me that the Earth's flat? Well, we'll tell you this, mate. We've lived on the Earth for 32 years.
Oh.
That's a long time to spend with something.
Yeah.
You can agree with that? If you spend 32 years with something, that's a long time. You've never spent 32 years with anything in your life.
No.
We have. Okay? And not once, ever, have we ever been led to believe we have been shown evidence that the world is round.
No, but we have, though.
What's your evidence? Come on, lay it out in front of me.
I mean, when we're going to space.
Who's we?
When we go into space.
Just quick though. When's the last time you went to space?
There was that time, 1969.
Okay, well, yeah, but you personally though.
No, but we did.
No, but you personally.
Us.
Yeah, but you.
Okay, me personally.
Yeah, when's the last time you, Daniel,
I've not been to space, but
Benedict have been to space?
I've been on a plane.
Oh,
and things were a bit round up there, Mark.
So, the thing is with planes, right? And listen to us, because we've been on planes as well. When you're in a plane, there's a very massive change of atmospheric pressure inside the fuselage and outside the fuselage.
Right.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. If you look at the windows, them tiny little portholes on a plane, they are thick as all fuck. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, by the way, earlier when I said your hair was nice, I was lying. You look like a dick. How do you feel?
Angry.
Exactly. When you look at those windows, they're thick, aren't they? Thick.
One sec, I'm sad because one of the first things you said to me today was your hair looks nice.
Playing the long game. So
it cuts deep.
When looking,
you set up for this segment when I came to pick you up.
Oh yes. So when you look through a really thick piece of glass or plastic, unless it is crystal clear, what you're seeing on the other side is 99% of the time very much distorted, is it not?
Mark?
It's a yes or no question.
Yes.
There you go. So is it fair to say that the wobbly roundness that you see looking out of an aeroplane window could just be the flat horizon that you're seeing distorted by the material you're looking through?
But what about the man that went around the world in 80 days?
What's his name?
Around
exactly. You can't tell
the world in 80 days.
You can't tell me his name, therefore you can't use him as an argument.
Right, but if the world was flat, why aren't all the water just fucking spilled off?
Because I'm not trying to convince you that the moon's gravity doesn't affect the tides.
Right.
And that the Earth doesn't have gravity as well. So the Earth's gravity is holding the water where it is. When it gets to the edge.
Yeah.
The edge, right?
Right.
Before it falls off, the Earth's gravity, in conjunction with the moon's gravity, pulls it backwards again. Therefore, the tide moving back to all the world's shores on the beaches.
All right. So why, with the internet and everything, why has no one reported that they've seen the edge?
Why has no one reported that they've seen the edge?
Yep.
It's very far away.
It's not that far, though.
It's always hugely far.
How far?
Very. Many, at least 12 miles.
12 distances.
What's going on in the world today? Far in the east of Europe.
I don't know, I'm here.
There's a big old fucking war, isn't there?
All right.
What's going on in the west? In America? North America?
Is there wars?
Racism. What's going on in South America? Drug cartels. You want to go either way? Didn't think so. Stay where you are.
Yeah, but what about up?
Up? Too cold. Too cold and polar bears.
Yeah, but surely the people in the West, right? Surely they don't think it's that bad. Why don't they find the edge?
Because the people in the West, the Americans, don't know that any other country other than America and Mexico and Canada exist. They just stay where they are. Only 10% of Americans have got a passport.
Mark, I'm not convinced.
You're not convinced?
Go on, put the final nail in the coffin.
Why? What is it? What have I got to convince you of? What's holding you back?
The more I think about it, right, I've literally been to like one other country. If I was never told that the world was round,
you wouldn't know.
I'd have never come to that conclusion.
Exactly. Which country did you go to?
I've been to Poland.
You've been to Poland. Let's just take Poland as an example.
Right,
It's a very far way ago.
Right.
I'm not sure that was a real sentence.
Right? Very long, far way you go.
Right. When you were going to Poland land,
yeah,
did you feel at all like you were going in an arch?
I can't say I did.
Thank you very much. One last thing. I brought not necessarily a graph, but a demonstration.
Oh.
Right.
Okay.
That I did have prepared in my head a minute ago, but I have now completely forgotten. So, look at this. What am I holding up?
A phone.
What is it?
Flat.
Exactly. Case dismissed.
You piece of shit. Oh.
I can't believe people really think the world's flat.
Oh.
But I kind of convinced myself.
For me, I can understand.
What? Why people think it's flat?
Yeah. Like, we get taught this stuff, don't we? We just get told it. The majority of people are never going to have chance to actually experience
space
going round the Earth.
Yeah.
Or go to space. Like, I'm not saying, like, okay, this is going to make me sound like a conspiracy theorist.
Flat earther.
But I've only been told.
Dad, have I done it?
I ain't got the money to check.
Have I persuaded you that the world might be flat?
No, I don't think it is flat.
But I've created doubt, haven't I?
There's evidence.
Have I created doubt in your head that the world is flat?
Look, I don't believe. I've
done it, haven't I?
Mark, I'm calling it off. It's the DarcBall podcast and we're changing the world.
Not really.
It's the technology corner.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm really sick of?
What?
Turtles.
Why? What's for what? Do you mean like in nature or the ninja kind?
Either, because they're all bullshit.
they're all just hard-backed cats.
I feel like it's been too long since they've evolved. We need to start paving the way for the next evolution of turtles.
Okay.
Right, before I go on, turtles, are they the ones in water or are they the ones out of water? In. Shit, I was thinking of I was thinking of the other kind.
Tortoise.
Either way, they're both a bit shit.
Right, okay.
So I think I'm going to redesign them.
Right, okay. So
I'm sticking with the ninja kind of thing. Right?
I hate to break it to you, but it's been done.
How much better would the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles be if they could fly? Now, I know it sounds ridiculous.
It does a bit. But then again, so did Ninja Turtles.
Well, I'm just imagining like
flying ones.
They lived in the sewers, didn't they?
Yes.
Right. Let's bring them above the ground. Like, look, we've all been
Into
desensitized. We're not shocked by Mutant Ninja Turtles now. We know what they're about. Let's bring them onto the land, into the light
world stage,
and let's give them wings.
Right. What we doing? Feeding them Red Bull?
Yeah. Oh, good. No, a bit more practical. They're gonna be like not wings in a typical sense, but they're gonna be like fighter pilots. Teenage fighter pilot Ninja Turtles. Right.
So they don't have wings on them, but they are getting into a fighter pilot to fly it.
Yeah.
Right.
And Mark,
it's not a million miles away from possible.
They fight crime, cleaning up the streets. But this time, they're actually cleaning up the streets, not metaphorically. actually cleaning up the streets.
In a fighter jet.
You know, because what's annoying is we got rid of plastic straws to save the turtles. How about they save themselves? You know? Why don't they get out there and pick up some of our mess for us? Put them to work, Mark.
Right.
Now,
So you think we've changed our lives a lot for the turtle's sake, but they haven't really paid it back?
No.
They're not helping us out.
Essentially, they're paying forward by cleaning up the streets.
Right, okay.
Because then their children can have the life that we wish for ours to have.
Turtlets.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, obviously, there's going to be we'll have to pave them a massive runway so they can obviously get into the sky. And there'll be a vacuum cleaner that's really like a real long Henry hose, like a Henry Hoover hose that just dangles down.
Right.
And just sucks up all the rubbish. Right. And I know you're probably thinking this is real typical Dan. His invention is putting animals to work.
It does crop up a lot, mate. I'm not going to lie.
But it's effective, Mark. Isn't it?
They've
got a better work ethic. Yeah, they do it slowly because the turtles.
What makes you think they've got a better work ethic?
You don't see them complaining, do you, Mark?
I don't speak turtle.
Well, there you go. You don't see them talking to each other, do you?
Yeah, but how do turtles communicate? They don't speak.
And there you go. We can't hear them cry. So we can work them real hard. And they're not going to moan. They're not going to form unions.
Okay.
So,
Why turtles specifically, though?
They got thick skin.
That's called a shell.
Mm.
So that's your solution, is it? Put turtles to work.
No, I've got to make one more change.
Okay.
I'm really upset. Well, not upset, but I don't think it's right that they're hanging out with a rat as like the master, aren't they?
Splinter, yeah.
Instead, I must insist.
It is a bit weird, isn't it?
I must insist, with no explanation, that they hang out with a haggard old witch.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, it's not a million miles away from anthropomorphic rat, I suppose.
I mean, the whole idea is a little bit bizarre, but I really think a witch that's, would add a new spin to it.
It would. So you're helping the world by putting turtles to work
in planes,
in fighter jets.
Yep.
With giant hoovers on the background.
Yep.
And having witches be their tutors.
No, a witch.
A witch for all the turtles.
Head of the corporation.
Right, okay. So like an Elon Musk kind of thing for Tesla.
Yeah, just a bit more
likable.
Witch, yeah. A bit more hubble bubble and toil and trouble,
You fucking idiot. Okay, so right, what's the name of your because it's not really a product, it's more of a scheme, isn't it? If anything.
Yeah, the Clean Turtle Witch Corporation.
That
I'm sticking with it.
Is shockingly bad. What? So I've gone down a different route. So
Well, I thought you would have done. I mean, wouldn't it be strange if you came up with the exact same invention?
Well, I did, but now I've just thrown it away in my head just because you've done it first. So you've gone to, right, well, we need to put the turtles to work. I've gone with, we need to get rid of them.
What, the turtles?
Altogether.
Mark, you know that one of us is going to have to put the other out of business.
But unfortunately, a turtle killed my nan. So, so basically, what I'm selling you is a contraption. It say you're someone who hates turtles,
right?
You're going to buy my package.
Yep.
It's a ladder that attaches to the back of your car.
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, this ladder comes with a very well-trained peacock who will sit in your boot, and every time you press a button on your dashboard to say there's a turtle about, out comes the peacock, nabs the turtle, takes it up the ladder, drops it to the ground, and as we all know, as science dictates, turtles always land shell down. and can't get back up, leaving you free to reverse over it. And I won't lie, Dan, that's it.
What, that's it?
That's my invention.
Oh,
to get rid of turtles.
So
it's more of like an opinion-based thing. It's not like I'm trying to extinct them. It's if you don't like turtles, you can buy this. And it only works with turtles, I'm afraid, because the peacocks will only recognise turtles as another animal. Peacocks don't actually have the ability to see other animals at all. Humans and turtles, that's it.
Yep.
Can't even see other peacocks.
That makes quite a bit of sense, actually.
It does. This is the stuff Attenborough leaves out.
Well, I feel like our inventions can go hand in hand, because there's only a finite amount of rubbish that my turtles can go sucking up in their planes.
And plus, once they've reached the end of their workable life,
look,
here I come with my
thing, ladders to ladders, turtles to dust.
Turtles.
You know,
with my my peacock slaughter system.
The peacock slaughter. Wait, that sounds like you're implying that you're slaughtering the peacock.
All right, then. So my turtle slaughter system.
The turtle slaughtering system. Okay, I like that.
Now with extra inhumaneness.
So every time one of these turtles gets brutally slaughtered by your system,
reversed over, yeah,
a fighter pilot turtle can come and just suck it straight up, and the witch will be the one preventing the working turtle from dying.
That's about right.
We've got a deal. Has yours got a jingle of sorts?
Yeah, of course it has.
Right.
Of course it has.
Do you want me to lay down a beat?
Please. Do you ever see a turtle walking down the street and think, my God, I wish that turtle would fucking die?
That was great. Standing ovation.
Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed this episode.
Fucking car crash that it was.
Yeah. It was great. We covered all the big things.
Yeah, we've been talking about current events.
We had a go at straightening out the earth.
Yeah, fuck them turtles.
Yep.
I think I've convinced Dan and everyone who's listened that the earth is flat.
Yep. You know what?
So yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy with that.
If you're listening, we'd very much like it if you left some kind of review or you know what? Actually, join the 1-star club.
Yeah,
give
the
it 1 star.
Club. Let's get the 1-star reviews out there.
But write a little write up. Be like, hey, it's 1 star simply because I couldn't give it none. I'll cut that bit out.
Oh, and always remember,
no one asked for it.
No one needed it.
But this was it.
It was the DarcBall cast.
Fuck off.